Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching. This is Running on Empty Food Review, and I am your host, the Report of the Week. So welcome, we made it through a week, we made it through another week, and well, happy Thursday, anyway, whenever you're watching this. So McDonald's has some new items out. And it's funny, we were just making a video on McDonald's, and I was thinking to myself, all right, I was talking about the basics, and sure enough, what do? They release a whole new lineup of items. Now, McDonald's is going worldwide. Not like they haven't done that already, but I'm trying to just be dramatic here. And they have what they call, I have this open here, the Worldwide Favorites menu. And this is supposed to be a number of selections. I believe it is a burger, a chicken sandwich, a dessert, and then a side that are all supposed to be internationally themed. Whether they really are or aren't, that is up for debate right there. But they have the Stroopwafel McFlurry, supposed to represent the Netherlands because people like their McFlurries over there. We know that. That's the biggest cultural icon of the Netherlands. Vanilla soft serve mixed with caramel, chopped Dutch, Danelman's Stroopwafel, caramel waffle cookie pieces. And then this is what I'm going to be trying out, the Grand McExtreme Bacon Burger. That's somehow representing Spain. Quarter-pound beef patty, applewood smoked bacon, smoky McBacon sauce, Gouda cheese, onions on a sesame seed bun. Then they have a tomato mozzarella chicken sandwich representing Canada, which is just chicken fillet, tomato, herb sauce, mozzarella cheese, silvered onions, lettuce, and tomatoes. And then they have cheesy bacon fries, which, of course, we all knew is supposed to represent Australia. Price for this sandwich, $7.24. Bit on the pricier side, right there. Got some napkins. There's the McDonald's bag. McExtreme Bacon. Oh, it comes in the special box. Look at that. Yeah, right there. Worldwide Favorites. And there's the plane. Looks like it's kind of going on a flight somewhere. And then it looks like it took some invasive maneuvers. I don't know. Probably wouldn't be very comfortable for the occupants of the flight, but maybe that was intentional. I don't know. Maybe that was to make some extra room in their stomachs so they can chow down on these worldwide favorites from McDonald's. What's to say? And there it is. There's the burger. There's the sesame seed bun right there. Let's take it out of this. Let's take it out of this box here. What do we got? Quarter pound beef patty. I had the quarter pounder the other day, so you can see what it looks like. Juicy. Looks pretty good. Of course, you cannot judge a book by its cover. There's the Gouda cheese. You can see the onions. There's a good view of some of the bacon, and lieth therein is the, what is that called? The McBacon sauce? I don't know what the heck that is, but we'll figure it out. There's another view of it. I don't know if it'll be kind of similar to the Big Mac sauce or what. We got the onions. Looks like everything that's supposed to be there is there. We're going to try it out, so it's going to be interesting. I always like their burger lineup. I like the way that the bacon burgers are, and, I have a problem with some of the signature collections, but the quarter pounder is a good sandwich, so we're going to see how this one ends up being, if it's a tasty one. I do like their bacon burgers, so let's see how it tastes. So it's the Grand McExtreme Bacon Burger from McDonald's going in. Boy, what a slippery burger this is. It is a messy sandwich, let me tell you. Bun is sliding around everywhere. McBacon sauce sliding around, pouring out. You ever see one of those videos of like a fire hose? You know how you have this high pressure flow of water coming out. You could see it was coming out at that same type of force. So that was incredible. What isn't incredible? Here we go. Here we go. I was waiting for years to say that one. What isn't incredible? The burger. Now, I'm not a fan of it, to be quite honest. I'm not a fan of the burger. I'm just not feeling it. There was a big problem with it. I mean, there were two issues, and one of them can easily be fixed. The other one, not so much, and that's the one that concerns me. The first issue, the fixable one, is the difficulty with eating it. It's a very messy burger. I think you can see, maybe I'll try and find a way to hold it up again, how much of this sauce they put on it. You know, the, whatever they call it, the McBacon sauce. Yeah, you can see it's just drowning in the sauce there. There's so much of it. And I'm just not I'm not a fan of how messy it is. I can't get a good grasp on the burger. It slides around everywhere. If you're eating this in your car, you better be careful, because there's a chance it can just slide right out of your hands and be disastrous. Here's the biggest issue, though. I don't like what it tastes like. I'm not a fan of it at all. The sauce, which there is so much of, doesn't work out well. It just is very, very, very bland. It's like a glorified mayonnaise. I hope that's not what it's supposed to be. I hope there was supposed to be more intended flavor to it. But what I notice is that it's very flavorless. It's bland. It's just like this goop on it, and it contributes no flavor whatsoever. Makes it difficult to eat, and there's so much of it. That's a problem. Alright, the beef patty was good, but it's exactly the same as their quarter pounder. So it's an existing item. They just kind of put a couple different condiments on it. But the beef patty is good, but it would be good if it was just a regular quarter pounder with cheese. The Gouda cheese wasn't bad. You know, it's like a thicker cheese, but it's not bad. I didn't have any problems with that. And the bacon is all right. The sauce was a big, big issue. And the onions. I was hoping for them to be, they were silvered, that's how they described them anyway. I was hoping that they would just be flavorful, and they were burnt. That's what it tasted like. All I could taste was just this char. It was just completely burnt, and overall very disappointing. The biggest thing that I can taste was that burnt char from the onions. The burger was all right, but then the flavors from everything else kind of just gets, washed away with this useless sauce. So I'm not a fan of it at all. I think this is supposed to be a gourmet burger, showcasing the international lineup. I'm not a fan of it. When I go over to McDonald's, I like the basics. Those are my favorites. I just did a video about those. And it's my favorites for good reason, because, they have that consistency, and that's what works out. Sometimes they make these new ventures, and, it's like a 50-50. Flip a coin, and, heads it'll be good, tails it won't be. Because that's that degree of variability that there is with these sandwiches. So I'm not a fan of this. For me, anyway, it was $7.24. Not well spent at all. Out of 10, 3 out of 10 is my rating. Really, I'm not a fan of this one. I don't think they hit the nail on the head here. But this is it's a new menu. Maybe they'll need some time to work on it. There's 3 more items that maybe I'll give a shot, and who knows, if one of them isn't good, the other ones might you know, they might make up for it, so we'll just have to see if they'll redeem themselves going forward. In the end, though, of course, it might be different at yours. I kind of doubt it, but give it a shot. You know, just know it's a bit pricier. I would recommend going with more along the lines of the basics than this, but it's all up to you, you know? If you just start having reoccurring dreams and it's just calling to you, you see visions of burgers at the foot of your bed and they're saying, try this burger from McDonald's, so then give it a shot, but just know that it's pricey and I was not a fan. Maybe you hear that loud car. I'm sure he's on his way to McDonald's right now to pick that up. And with that, that's all that I have for you. I'm your host, The Report of the Week, and make sure, check out my new podcast. It's out today. Check it out, youtube.com/VORW podcast, and listen in on Spotify by searching VORW. Thank you and take care. I'm your host, The Report of the Week. I was not impressed.